Well, we are live for day 5. What's up, everybody? What is going on? Keysha LaShawn here and super excited. It is day 5 of Decoding Money. And so some folks are saying, are we live? We are live. We are live. So be sure to tag up your friends. Let them know that we're live. Share out the broadcast, all that good stuff, because this is the finale. Okay, this is the finale of Decoding Money, and I'm super excited about being here. And also, I got some students that are going to jump on in and out and stuff. I'll see how many of them I can get on here and stuff. But I wanted to come out. So we've been here for 5 days. It's been amazing. I have definitely enjoyed every single day of being here with you all. If this is your first day here with us, put first day in the comments. And it's okay. You don't have to think that you missed anything or you missed out. We don't do FOMO over here. We don't do FOMO over here. We do intentional living. And we know that if today's your first day, you were supposed to be here on this day. And that's totally fine, because I'll do a little recap of the entire week before we kick off what we're going to be talking about here today. All right. So good afternoon, everybody. Hey, Patty. What's up, Doug? I see E. Dunlap over there on YouTube. So I see you guys are jumping on in. All right. So just some quick announcements about some things. First of all, Receive with Ease is open for enrollment. All right. What is it? It's a transformational experience to help you really unravel like your money story, understanding how money really works, understanding how to really get it into your life with ease, helping you to really unlock, and just kind of what I want to say, unlock, right, yourself, who you are, your divine self, to help you unlock all that good stuff. And everything in your life becomes different. It has to change, right? When you change, things have to change. All right. There are some bonuses. So I do give you guys access to my training about how to go to $10,000 per month with ease. All right. So that's some training that you'll get access to as a bonus. Also, my money affirmation. So I have an alarm system that I actually have, and I teach you guys how to reprogram your mind, because it's really about programming whatever you have right now. Your thoughts got you there. So we got to deprogram. We got to do some brainwashing, quite honestly, right? Wash the brain. And we have to just reprogram ourselves, right? And that's not a new concept. It's been around. It's an old age type concept, be transformed, right? Something is transformed. It's changed. Like, it doesn't look the same anymore. All right. So be transformed by the renewing of your mind. And so the way you got the information you have in your mind now is from constant repetition. Okay. So even if it's a lie, we believe, even if it's a lie, if we hear it long enough, what you see, what you hear, you'll believe it. Just the way it is. Okay, so it's just the way it is. So day 5 is underway. Let's go. Yes. So what you see, what you hear, you'll eventually believe. And so it's my job to help you to really unravel and undo that. And I do it through a program called Receive with Ease. So you and I and a group of other students will be together for a 90-day experience. So you'll get access to the pre-recorded work. So the content is already pre-recorded, but also you're going to be in a live experience with me so that I can really help you with these concepts so that you don't go through 90 days and then you're just like, okay. So it's not a course, it's an experience. I want people to understand that. All right. So affirmations, right? So you get that, you get access to my bonuses. Like I said, bonus training that I have as well. And I guess I should probably just pull it up so I'm not trying to guess. Remember what I actually, what's in it. And I have some students today that are going to be on. They're going to talk about the transformation that they experienced, while going through Receive with Ease. Hello, Danielle. Hello. Day 5 is underway. Yes, it is underway. So let's see here. We have a new student. So Yahalia Hernandez. Yahalia. Hopefully I said that right. Welcome to Receive with Ease. She got her spot inside of Receive with Ease. And so I have a special announcement because I realized that I was like, you know what? I and my team was like, you said you're closing it on Friday. Like, where do they do that at? Like, where do they do that at? You did like, and I was like, yeah. So you know what? Enrollment is not closing today. Enrollment will be closing on Sunday. All right. So it's definitive Sunday night enrollment will be closing, and then also the recording. So all the decoding money days, those will go into the back office for the new Receive with Ease students. So these will all be removed. So you have, till Sunday night to catch up on all of them. You can go into the Facebook group, into the guides section. They changed the name of it. It's called guides. So you can go in there and you can check out the actual video. Okay. Jahila. Okay. What's up? Well, welcome to Receive with Ease. Let's shout her out. Woo! Y'all clap it up in the comments. We have a new Receive with Ease student. We are so excited. I'm so excited. And thank you so much for trusting me to definitely show this to you, to walk you through this, to guide you through this. Thank you so much. So I got Andrea on here, y'all. Okay. She's over there looking all pretty and stuff. Okay. Got her. Look at her hair. It's so spicy. I said, oh, your hair's so spicy, girl. So come out, tell people about yourself. We're going to talk about some other stuff today, but I want you to come out, tell people about you, what you do and stuff, and then give them a little bit of, your Receive with Ease, story and stuff like that. I always love to hear it because it's just amazing. So come on out, girlfriend. Let's hear
it. You're mute. Okay. Hey, thank you so much, Keysha. It's always exciting to be here to talk about Receive with Ease because it's totally changed my life and my business, and it's become a lifestyle. So I'm super grateful to you for answering the call to put this program together. And like you rightly said, it's not a course, it's a lifestyle. So it's something that once you learn on the program, you do it over and over and over again. And it becomes a part of you. So, well, I am Andrea Onodeko, and I'm a confidence and relationship coach. I help professional women. I help them to ditch their fear. I help them to step out of their comfort zone so that they can go on to be cherished in love. So that is what I do. That's my mission in life. So I joined Receive with Ease last year, June it was. And before I joined Receive with Ease, in the March of last year when we went into lockdown, everybody, we were asked to stay at home, so businesses were shut down. So we started working from home. Everyone started working from home, including myself, the children, everyone. And one of the things at that point in time for me was I had a still small voice that said to me, oh, you need to give the money that you're going to save from going into the office, because I normally will go to my office in London, which is about an hour on the train. And we would normally buy a train ticket and, all manner of tickets to get there because it's bang in the middle of the city. So when I heard that still small voice, it was a bit of a struggle because I was thinking, you know what? Everybody should be keeping their money in this season, and something is telling me to give my money away. But but this was even before I imbibed and understood the principles of receiving with ease. So I did obey the voice, and I did obey the voice, and I said, okay, Holy Spirit, that must be you, because the devil don't tell you to give. All right. So there you go. So I thought, okay, I'm going to do just that. So I decided to look for people who had lost their jobs and who maybe needed help. And I would just reach out and do what I could with the money that I used to use for transport to get to the office. And then in June, I think Keysha had the first program of Receive with Ease, and I saw it in the group, in the Purpose Penthouse group. But I looked at it and I thought, I need this. But at that time, I didn't have enough time to actually pay attention. So I skimmed into the challenge and I skimmed out. But by the time the second cohort of the second round of Receive with Ease was coming, I knew without a doubt that I needed what Keysha had. Let's put it that way, because I had been following her for a year and a half or so. And but at that point in June, I've been following her closely, and I knew something had changed, even in the way she was teaching in the group. So I knew I wanted to work with her. All right. Albeit I couldn't at that time afford to work with her on a one-to-one. But when I saw the Receive with Ease program, I thought I had to do this. So what happened was I had been saving up money, so I would put money aside, maybe every month and everything. And I thought, okay, I would use this money for Receive with Ease. She gave a generous offer for us to pay monthly, but I decided I was going to pay mine in full. And one of the reasons why I decided I was going to do that was because I just felt like, the person that I wanted to be, the person that I wanted to step into. I want to be that person who can pay for things in one lump sum. There's nothing wrong if you can't and you want to pay in installments. But for me, I was looking at myself where I wanted to be. And I knew that this Receive with Ease was going to take me to that place where I wanted to be. And there was something that Keysha would say, in the classes and the challenge, that transformation begins at the point of transaction. So, and when I heard that, that just hit a point, it hit something in my spirit. And I said to myself, this speaks to me. So I went and I took all the money that I had in the bank for saving, and I thought I'm going to put it here. And one of the reasons why I did that was also because the still small voice said to me, if you put it there, the interest rate is rubbish. It's like 1%, because everything had the bank, it's no good putting money in the bank right now. Okay. If you have money, you better be doing something with it. You better be investing it, in a course like this, in a program like this, so that you can get a better return. So that was what my spirit was telling me, that there's no point putting it in the bank. Just go and invest this in yourself. So Receive with Ease is an investment in yourself, so that you can be that person, that you desire to be. So that was the beginning of my transformation. And I tell you, from the minute I pressed the button on that card to make the payment in cash, my heart's I was like, oh my God, this is quite a bit of money, but I had a peace as well. I had a peace. So I knew, um, I was doing the right thing. And I also said to myself that I was going to make this work for me. Okay. Because sometimes people come and, they do this, you sign up for programs and then you go and say, oh, it didn't work for me. But did you do what they told you to the letter? And did you practice everything? So I was determined that I was going to make this work for me, no matter how. So that was the beginning of my journey into Receive with Ease. Should I
I love
continue?
to hear it. Okay, obviously, I love to hear it. And so we'll talk more about, some of the things that, transpired and stuff. But I'm so proud of you. I legit, I'm so glad. I don't know how you found me, but let me just tell you, I love you so much. You know what I'm saying? It's just, yeah, you're real. You're the real deal. I love you so much.
Thank
And
you. I love you too.
I cannot wait until, and I think I feel like, as you, in this, honestly, as you were talking, I feel like, you know, that God is such a orchestrator of our lives. And one of the things that he had given me an idea. Okay. So let me just say you, and I'll just say this publicly. One of the things that he had given me an idea was about the Queen's Court Mastermind. And I think that's why we're because I feel like there's something for you to teach me. You know what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying?
You keep saying it.
I know I keep saying it. I'm
You
gonna
keep
pull it
saying
out of
it.
you, okay? I'm gonna pull it out of you, right? But it's there's something that is there, it's just because I've been actually like, this Queen's Court, because there is a way that and you live, in in London and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure there's a lot that and stuff. And but anyways, I just had this idea, this Queen's Court mastermind that's like a year-long mastermind. It's not for, it's for high-level women, right? It's for women who, it's not the beginner. It's like, it's for women who like, listen, we're at a point where we like, we know like we're going to 7-figure business, but it is not going to be what hustle. No, thank you. Right. It's a queendom about it, where it's like, I beg for things to come to me, money included.
Yeah.
Everything.
Definitely.
And if you can imagine the queen, she not beg. No, she sends an order.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah.
She sends an order. And it ain't let me think about it. No, the queen doesn't call you and you think about it. The queen sends a letter to your house. I mean, does the queen send a letter? If the queen sends a letter to your house, like, and can you say no?
I know. No, you can't.
Like, not if you want to stay here. Like, you'd have to find another residence, I would imagine. So I have this, that is like hovering over me about this. And so I was telling Andrea about our first, experience will likely be in London. The Queen's Court Mastermind will likely be an experience that we'll have to kick off in London. There's just no, hey, I know we got a lot going on with, our sister Meghan Markle. So let me just say, let me just acknowledge, her and things like that. But we're talking about something for women all over the globe to embody this. Okay, so so thanks so much for hanging out. So listen, you guys. Today we're talking about inspired action. Inspired action. And this has to be like, I don't know if I could, I mean, like, all of my favorite days. They're all my favorite days. But like, I don't know, like, I think this one is like becoming definitely becoming more and more my favorite, because once you work through, you guys, like the process that we've talked about over this week of, what do you desire, right? And being clear about it, being clear about what you actually desire, knowing that it is yours. It is absolutely positively yours. And I made a post inside the Facebook group, and I mentioned about, it may be, okay, so listen, like this is like, it may be true that it's hard for a rich man or woman to get into heaven. Like, it may be true, right? But it's not any easier if you're poor. Right? It's not like being poor doesn't make it any easier. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I think like people like, and so we're so quick to penalize and punish people who have amassed great wealth, right? And then we put a stigma on them and like, oh, well, they're chasing wealth, whatever the case may be. Because in my eyes, as well, if you choose to live in this experience and not have the abundance and not live the abundant life that was promised, right? Then I feel like as well, you're actually no better. So you're not any better than a rich man. So it's like, so do we talk about the poor that does not pursue a better lifestyle? That was how I looked at that, you guys. And I was like, isn't it interesting how we'll penalize people who choose to pursue a better life, but we do not see a penalty for people who choose not to. We'll choose heaven for people who choose not, because it's like some charity case, I guess is what it is. Like, oh, you poor thing. You decided not to pursue a better life. You decided to be poor all the days of your life. You didn't pursue riches. Okay, congratulations to you for not doing that. Heaven is now your reward. Oh, you decided to pursue riches and everything. You decided to go after a better life. You decided to go after college. You decided to do all this kind of stuff up here. Oh, so now because you chose to do that, you know what I'm saying? Like, hell shall be your reward. Does this make sense, or am I the only one that kind of seen that?
You're making sense. You are definitely making sense. it's all about the decision, isn't it?
Mm,
It's about the decision. It's about what you decide that you want.
right.
So whether, you know you've just explained that, yeah, the poor man, the rich man, you choose a side,
Mm-hmm.
and you can't blame the other group of people for what you don't have or for what you have, because you choose. The power to choose has been given to us.
Mm,
Even when, in the Garden of Eden, just came to me now, when Adam said that Eve was the person that, took the apple or the fruit from Satan. He was trying to pass the blame. All
mm-hmm.
right. But God had given us that choice.
Right.
God has given us that choice. He named Eve. You know, the Bible says God presented Eve, the woman, to him, that he had named all the animals in that kingdom, and he named Eve. So even the power to choose, we have been given the power to choose. So we choose. The Bible says that you can choose life or you can choose death. I can't remember the exact scripture now. So we have that power to choose
Mm-hmm.
whether we want to, you know, do more, live this abundant life that has already been given to us,
Right.
by the Creator, to make impact.
Mm,
Because whether we say we identify with the rich, or we say, oh, they're chasing life, or whatever people call it, you need a wealth to make impact.
mm. And that's a amen and amen.
Yeah.
Here's something that's interesting, Andrea. Like I thought about it, and this is not against a person who commented or anything like that, because I definitely agree. Like, of course, I mean, like there's definitely anything you overeat. I mean, everything could be, could be, But here's something I find interesting, that there are certain things that
Mm.
we have said are okay to pursue. And then there are certain things that we have identified and said, and we're supposed to be talking about inspired action and whatever. Obviously we need to talk about this. But like, even if I think about it like this, like even relationships, like
Yeah.
we'll say like it is okay for women, and like
Mm.
take this into the context in which I'm actually giving this now. Now we will
Mm-hmm.
say it is totally fine for women to pursue education,
Yep.
pursue a good job,
Yep.
pursue a house,
Yep.
pursue whatever they want. But when it comes
Mm-hmm.
to like relationships and stuff, like we will say, oh, you got to wait on the Lord. Have you ever thought about that? Like everything in our lives, we're like, oh, well, you can just, go to college, and that's a pursuit of money. Because this is what I've
Yeah.
learned. If you go to college, if you pursue a college education, you are not
Um,
pursuing a college education. You are
mm-mm.
pursuing money,
Yeah, meal ticket. Yeah.
right? Like you want to make more
Yeah.
money. So you go get to
Yeah.
college in order so
That's
we can
right.
just, so I was like, that's really interesting, like that
Yeah.
we're like we have like these different areas where it's like, okay, now I'm not saying for women to go out and chase men or whatever, I'm not saying
Mm-hmm.
that. Hey, I'm saying I'm just saying, like oftentimes we'll have this, where it's like, well, if it be the Lord's will, and why can't you just say, you know what, I want to be in a healthy, loving relationship with a man of my dreams, and what I'm saying, like, and I'm okay with it, and it's totally fine for you to be and just make your desire known. Like that's what I desire, right? As opposed to
Mm-hmm.
this, I'm like, let me just be humble, and I'm just waiting on Boaz. Why do I want Boaz? I don't want, because can we just learn more about him and what's happening? I'm saying, like, but then he's like, but you know what I'm saying, like, anyway, so
I, I believe I totally get what you're saying. I think it's a condition of sometimes it's a condition of upbringing, it's a condition of culture, and it's also a condition that for people who put their desires out there, sometimes they feel like maybe they feel like people will judge them as arrogant,
Mm-hmm.
you know, because even sometimes it's just because I have been doing this work on myself now for a while, that sometimes when I want to put some of my desires out there, I feel,
Mm-hmm.
oh, I hope people won't think I am being prideful or being proud. But
Mm-hmm.
actually, so I think sometimes that is what stops people, you know, the fear of judgment,
Mm-hmm. Come on,
you
fear.
know,
Let's get
the
down.
fear. Yeah. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's the fear of judgment. It's the fear of being judged by other people to say, "Oh, really? Oh." Or also when people, like you said about in the last couple of classes, where what we've been sold to hustle. You know, the black woman is being told, you need to work hard for this. You need to work hard for that. You need to work hard. My mother works hard. She's still working. All right. Okay. My grandmother did. So that is all I know. You know, so this message of receiving things with ease is contrary to, it's in contrast to what we have grown up with or what we have imbibed over the years. You know, so the same thing goes for relationship. You know, it's like when people say, oh, all men cheat, and then I come out and say, no, mine doesn't.
Right.
Yeah, because it doesn't. You know, but you would have it before you can come out and say that. You have to be comfortable in yourself and be confident to receive the backlash from people who say, oh no, you're lying, because they want you to fit into their own stereotype.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Yeah.
I get the conversation keeps going on all the time online, and you read it and I'm thinking, no, this is not my own experience. But
Mm-hmm.
then you want, so sometimes being able to express the desire that I want to be in a loving relationship with a man who loves me, because there are people in relationships like that.
I want to go from chased to cherished.
Yeah, exactly. I want to stop being the one doing everything. I want to sit back and, be dotted over.
That's really good. We have to talk about so you know what? Oh my goodness. I'm like,
But
oh my
it's a state of the mind. It's the state of the mind, and also it goes deeper than just state of the mind. It goes back to ancestors. It goes back to our culture. It goes back to the things that we've been made to believe. I mean, when I was growing up, obviously, I imbibed the experience of my mom with my dad. So I brought that into my own relationship until I realized that, what, that is not my experience. That is your experience. Why should I embody your experience and bring it into mine? That is not what I want. So now when my mom comes to my house and she sees the way I behave around my husband, it's like, oh, Andrea, you don't do that. I'm like, that's what we do here.
I love it.
So I'm like, this is how we do it here. And she's like, oh, you are so different. Oh, this and that. I said, yes. I said, I don't want what you had.
Oh
No,
my God.
I don't want that. I don't want that, And I'm constantly working on my relationship for it to be what I want it to look like and be. I want to have fun. I want to enjoy it. I want it to be, a place where we can laugh at each other, laugh, with each other, and all of those things, So
Yeah.
there's a lot that is packed into that. There's a
Mm-hmm.
lot of unlearning that we need to do before we can learn new things. It's not. I want to say sometimes for a lot of people it's not easy, because this is years of
Yeah.
learning to do things.
Mm-hmm.
We as women, we have embraced the masculine energy so much that we don't even know how to receive anymore. And receiving is the key to to being feminine.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah.
Whew, child. Okay, I knew this was gonna be. Somebody said a whole word from chase to cherish. Yes, when I heard her say it, like I knew it had everything to do with receiving. Right?
Yeah.
It has
Yeah.
everything to do with receiving, and so that's why this work is it's not just about money.
Mm-mm.
Because when you get when when you're able to identify, like I like, how Andrea said, like this is how my relationship gets to be.
Yeah.
And to really, embody that in like her relationships, her business and everything, then
Yeah.
the money works itself out.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Like it really does. It's like
Yeah.
you really realize like, oh, okay, that really wasn't a problem. That wasn't the real problem. So that's what Receive with Ease is about, helping you to identify in you what is really blocking the money in my life. What is it really? Because it's like we want to fix the symptoms. Right? It's like, it's like, so it's like people, they're like, I'll give you an example in the business world. Okay. So I have business clients and they'll come to me and they're like, oh, I'm not getting any sales. Right. And so they think sales is the problem. Right. So they kind of like, oh, I'm not getting any sales. Like, okay, well, tell me this. Let me ask you a few questions. What's your marketing plan? Where are you showing up? Where do you make offers? How do people know? Do you have payment system set up and things like that? Like, like let's talk about those things, because now it's like, well, I don't have a payment system set up. Well, okay, well then, sweetie, you have actually sent out a message to the entire cosmos that I'm not even in position to receive money. So now you think the problem is over here, the sales over here, you think that's a problem because it's the most painful thing in your experience. And it's the thing that you can identify, like, I'm not getting sales. No, actually the problem is I'm not really set up to get sales, right? So let me do that. You know what I'm saying? So now let me put together a plan. It's like, okay, so, am I going to set up Stripe, or am I going to set up PayPal, or which one do you want to go with? Right. So we set up a system so that you can actually receive sales. Okay. So now, and then what are you actually selling? Like, do you have something put together? Are you talking about this thing? Because if you, I don't know, I say, hey, when it's something you love, you can't stop talking about it. So are you talking about it? People know it's for sale and all that kind of stuff. So then we can work on what the real issues are.
Yeah.
Right. You guys, we've had like legit sessions where we're all in tears. We've had sessions and receivers where like we're all in tears. Okay. We're all in tears because we realize like, oh my goodness, like here we are. We're, like I said, I talk about money because it's the most painful thing in your life. It's like, it's the most, like, it's gotta be like, I mean, like I can think of some other stuff that might be painful that you can go on Andrea's, her podcast or her show, and she can talk about some other stuff that might be painful, but I'm like, over here, we just, we deal with this money issue, you know what I'm saying? So just so you know, so when you guys come to the Queen's Court Mastermind, you better be ready for it. Okay. You better be ready for it. Cause I'm like, listen, okay.
Yeah.
You want to go to a prayer meeting, you go to their church, okay? Because we got to deal with some stuff that y'all don't want to talk about at church. So, hello. Okay, awesome. Andrea. I mean, we have Angelica on here. So let me see if I can bring both of you guys in. If not, Andrea, I'm gonna put you down in the audience.
That's right.
And don't go. Okay. She said drop mic.
No,
don't go nowhere, girl. Get you some water and come on back.
I'm here all night.
It's Friday too. Oh yes. We cutting up today. Today. It's Friday. Okay. So all right, let me bring Angelica up. I know she gonna cut up. Let me see. I don't like that word. It says kick from studio. I don't like that word. Like, can we just move them down? Like, that's just tell them they need to. Okay, so let me see what happens.
Let's see.
You want to okay. Kick get. Oh, that's just so. Oh, kick. I didn't want to kick her out. Andrea, make sure you come back. Oh, you know why? Because I just should don't, not today.
Already. I'm cracking up at you, Keysha. I'm like, I never know. I never know what you're going to say. I'm like, she finna say something. That's just, yeah.
What did I do today, Angelica? What did I do today? Okay. We are talking about inspired action today. I'm showing them I'm legit showing them, you know, how business really gets to be a lot of fun. And if it's not, then, and this just really segues right on into a great conversation for you and I to have.
Okay.
Business gets to be fun. It gets to line up, you know, with who you are and, you know, all that kind of stuff. And if it doesn't, then you have permission to stop. I mean, I'm saying, like, you have permission. And so, Angelica, you and I have known each other for quite a while.
Yes. We go way back.
Y'all,
she flats on the Cadillac back.
Girl. Okay. Let me close out my Forex trade so I won't have to be distracted.
I was about to say, if I had that ping, just one time.
I closed out of it, so I'll make sure you have.
Let me just turn my cell phone around because I know me and Clubhouse. You know,
yes. Okay, so Angelica, let's talk about you and I. So, tell people about what you do. Just tell people who you are. I want you guys. She's the amazing person. If you guys see some of my posts and stuff in the Facebook groups and stuff, Angelica's like the brainchild behind a lot, you know, and her and Stacia's on a sabbatical right now. I love her. And so she's on a sabbatical right now. But, Angelica.
So I am the community manager across all the Keysha stuff. You see Keysha, you see me in the groups all over online community manager. I love helping my mompreneurs make sure that they are building thriving communities online without sacrificing their time freedom. And that's why I love working with Keysha, because she gets that life. Y'all see Keysha, she like everywhere. And I'm right there with her. So, you know, we team no sleep sometimes.
You are
more me than her.
Girl, get to sleep, okay?
I tried to rope her in. She like, you on that ledge by yourself. That's what you gonna do.
I do like to sleep, but I do be up late. So tell me about before, like, you know, with, you know, I mean, you've been around me for a while. You've seen Keysha Bass and you've seen Keysha LaShawn, and you've honestly, Angelica, seen the behind the scenes where people would think that, you know, like that maybe I'm lying about how I
right.
flow, but yeah, let's talk about it, you know?
So yeah, Keysha, let me tell you one thing. Keysha is 100. There is so many people out here who do all the fake, all the fluff. And let me tell y'all, Keysha is not one of those people. Keysha way back with the red wall. I remember Keysha Bass with the red wall back in the Periscope days. So it's like, it goes way back. And she's always been so genuine and heart first and heart centered. So I remember back in 2016 when I first met Keysha in network marketing, and she was just always hands-on, always caring for everyone. And I remember her always saying to me, she said, Angelica, whatever you do, don't quit. And that stuck in the back of my mind. Now, mind you, I wasn't even aligned with Keysha at that point in life. She wasn't my coach. I wasn't on her team, none of that. She just saw two Black women thriving in this internet game. And she like, I want to see you win, sis. So that's where sis came from in my mind. Like Keysha was definitely the inspiration for that. So then fast forward, I see her building a brand that is Keysha Bass, and she's on everything, including the YouTube. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like Keysha is killing it. And I'm seeing her growth. But then behind the scenes, I also see those nights that she stayed up, divine downloads with Receive With Ease, building out their program. Y'all just don't know. Okay. Y'all just do not know how many 2 a.m. night calls that happen to brainstorm to get this together to bring to y'all today. And even seeing her growth as a person, as a woman. With Keysha LaShawn and blooming, stiletto heels, all the girl makeup, all the pink. She can keep the pink because I don't do the pink.
Oh, you were getting good. I'm gonna out the studio. You was doing good. You was doing good. You were doing good, but you about to get kicked out the studio if you start talking about me. Okay. All right. Keep on going.
She gonna shut me down. Shut me down.
Yeah.
But now we're at the point where she is at a place in her life where it's all about celebrating the queens and a few celebrated kings as well. Because
I got one that might come on here. He might come on. I don't know.
Yes. I'm gonna have a little crown just ready for him in advance. If he come in, just have like a little crown, just right there ready
He's
for
my
him to
buddy,
come on.
okay? He might be a little nervous. Y'all might have him a little nervous by coming on now.
We won't bite. Don't be scared. Don't be scared.
Mm-hmm. But Angelica, let's talk about. I appreciate you. I want to talk about you though, because there's some things that happen with you, because you were in my. I want to say you were actually in my first round of Receive with Ease.
Yes, I've been.
You've seen this thing, yeah. The changes, like, so she became. I would say that because I was open to receive help, there was Angelica.
Yeah. Absolutely. Like from the very first cohort, y'all, let me tell you, I understood receiving with ease as a theory. I was just like, okay, you receive with ease. Like you ask somebody, because I come from a culture, I come from a neighborhood, a background. I ain't never asked nobody for help. Like never ever. Somebody would say, hey, would you need help with that? And I always thought that it made me stronger if I said no. Oh no, I got it. I was queen. I got it. I got it, and then have too much stuff in my hand, fall bags to the wayside. And then Keysha started saying to me, she was like, receiving with ease goes beyond just asking for help. When you receive with ease, it's like letting people do things for you and you get to relax. That was a foreign concept for me. I didn't even know the first thing to relax. Like put my feet up, that's about it. I didn't know what that looked like in life. So then once I got into the first cohort, and even for the 5-day challenge, that's why I said day 3, it's the day 3 for me. That was real life, because day 3, Keysha knows this. I had to get like a whole 2 rolls of tissue. I went through it. Writing that forgiveness letter to Angelica and forgiving Angelica for putting herself not last, but 1,000 whatever in the line of many, and putting everybody before me. That was something that was foreign for me. I never put me first because I thought it would be selfish to do so. So I was like, okay, I'm going to have to sit down, write this letter with myself. Fast forward, after I did that, I did it every single cohort. First cohort, second cohort, third cohort. I'm even doing it now with y'all. So I'm doing the homework just as much as y'all are doing the homework, because it's an ongoing thing. Receiving with ease is a daily practice. You got to be gracious every single day. Right. And the main transformation for me, when Keysha said transformation comes with transaction, for me was when I pulled out my credit card initially. I was like, okay, I literally, and I never told Keysha this story, I literally had $111 in my bank account. No cents, no nothing, that exact amount. Wow. When I tell you, she put up the buy button for $111. I said, you know how you get that feeling like, this ain't really happening. Nah. And that literally was the price. I said, this ain't nothing but God. This is literally nothing but God right here. I got in there, and when I tell y'all, it was the best decision, the best investment I ever made for myself. Because since then, my entire mindset has changed. I don't even look at money the same anymore. I look at money, I hug it in the morning. That's why I had to put that screenshot in the group. I mean, I hug it, I fold it the right way. When I give it away, it comes right back because I know it's here to serve me. Like my whole entire money story is no longer it's evil or it's the root of all evil. It's like money is my best friend. Like, hey sis, like that's how I talk to money. Yeah, it's like, hey sis, how you doing? You still green today? I see you. Like that's how I talk to money. And it really excites me. So Keysha, I can't say it enough till your ears fall off. I am forever grateful for you. Just answering to your calling. Number 1, stepping into your power. And you said it on, I believe it was day 3. You said, step into your light, Angelica. Now you were talking, but there was a moment when God intervened and you stopped and you said, step into your light, Angelica. And you just isolated me in the conversation. I'm just like, God, is that you through Keysha? I felt it. I felt it was beyond you. And that's why I was like, I have to move forward in this Receive with Ease path. And when I tell y'all, I mean, girl, like my whole entire life, and Keysha knows my life has been changing. I'm getting features, I'm getting brand deals. things that I used to work hard, like that type of hard, and you just be like, life can't be this hard. Like, what's the point if it's this hard? But now it's easier. And it's going to get to the point where it's easy because I'm doing what I love. I love waking up every single morning and talking with y'all, building communities. I can't shut up. And that's a beautiful thing. I love talking. Yeah, Keysha will know I will talk even when I don't have anything to talk about because I love talking. So community management is a natural fit for me.
It's natural. Yes. She loves Clubhouse, so she spends her time on Clubhouse, and she wants to talk to me about, me hosting. So we legit set up a Clubhouse room together, right? So I'm on the phone with her, setting up a Clubhouse room. She had to go and learn how to show me how to set up a Clubhouse room. And I said, okay, well, we'll set up the Clubhouse, the club. No, it was the club.
Mm-hmm.
So she says, okay, so now now that you got a club, you have to do Clubhouse or something like that. I said, okay, when I'm inspired to do a club, a room, or whatever those things are called, whenever I am inspired, because today is about inspired action, you all.
Mm-hmm.
So if anybody has seen inspired action from me, it has been Angelica. Between her and Stacia, they will tell you, like, I am legit, like, I will wake up, and that's why the 2 a.m. stuff happens, because I wake up and then I'm like, oh, I'm gonna do this, right? And so I'll send them a message on Slack, and I'll give them the inspiration, right? And so that's how I've chosen to move and maneuver in my business, is from inspired action. So decoding money. Just so I can just give you guys the background. Decoding money was inspired. It was inspired action. So I was like, ooh, you know what? We normally do like receive with ease challenge, but I just wasn't feeling it. And so I said, you guys, this is going to be called, and I may have been talking to Stacia about it. I was like, decoding money. That's what it's going to be. It's going to be decoding money. And Stacia was like, yes. And so then then it's a matter of, them, they'll go to work on it. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, Stacia go to work on the graphics and whatever the case may be, whatever it looks like, and she'll bring me some graphics back. What do you think about this? And I'm like, oh yeah, that's amazing. That's perfect. Let's rock with it. Right. And so when you get to a point, you guys, when that money wants to support you, right? It wants to support you. It's not good or bad. There's no emotions. Money has no emotions. So it's not good, bad, or whatever. It's only the person whose hands it's in, that is where the positive or negative energy comes from. Is from the person that is holding it, but it has no emotions. It doesn't care. It's going to. It doesn't matter. It'll buy, and I'm just going to give you guys an example, right? It will buy food at the grocery store. It'll buy drugs from a drug dealer. It has no emotions.
Mm-hmm.
It's all in the person, whoever has it, and the intention that they have for it. And so I choose to believe that God would want to get more money in the hands of good people who want to do good things. You guys see what I'm saying? Like, that's my intention. So I don't have an intention to teach drug dealers how to sell more drugs. That ain't, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Like, hopefully that's nobody's intention.
That ain't my work, right? So I know that the people that are called into my experience, it is because there is work for them to do. There's greater work for them to do, and because of where we live now, the exchange of energy is now paper, right? And so if you go back and you study money wasn't there. Was a time it wasn't paper. So then it can't be that it's paper in the bank. It wasn't. There was a time where they were exchanging chickens, and they were like, okay, what do you have in exchange for what you actually want? So if you go and study the history of how money has changed, now we have a cryptocurrency. So now what do you say? I got money sitting over in blockchain.
Right.
I got, energy over in the blockchain. I got energy at the bank. I got energy, in my purse, in my house. I got it on my credit card. I got energy everywhere. Right. And stuff. And so, that's just what I choose to believe is that, I want to help good people get more money so they can do more good things, because I know that if we, the more money that we possess, the more good things we can do.
Come on, somebody.
You don't have to feel guilty or have to feel, some humility about, I don't desire, you don't want to desire any more money because you feel like it's going to do something with your humility, or it's going to make you look ungodlike. And I say the more money I have, the more godlike I become.
Okay. Because God is fly.
Nobody say. Take that in the context in which is actually given, because just think about it. A young man comes, a young woman comes to me and is like, they want to have their college paid for. Well, my lipstick just ain't gonna be able to do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have to write a check. The school wants the paper money. They want the energy. They want the money, right? They don't want a great conversation with me, which I could probably give them a great conversation, but that's just not the exchange that they have chosen for what they have. You guys get that? Everybody is able to choose how they want to exchange, the energy exchange that must happen. And so the reason why, let me teach this to you guys as well. The reason why those of you who have courses and things like that, the reason why you have to charge is because if there is no exchange of energy, there is a violation. There's a violation. Okay. You get what I'm saying? Like if you give away everything for free, like some people are like, well, Keysha, if it's so amazing, if God inspired you to do it, then why won't you just give it away for free? Because I require an exchange of energy in order for you to get access to what I have labored to learn, to put together, right? Because I have staff, I have team members I have to pay. They deserve to be paid. Right? I have companies that I use their products and their services in order to deliver what I have been given. They deserve to be paid. Right? So I just believe everybody deserves to be paid. StreamYard deserves to be paid. I use their services in order to stream this on Facebook. They deserve to be paid. So all these people deserve to be paid, and you deserve to be paid. I love Andrea's story about how she says she paid in full because she wanted to step into a person who is able to pay in full.
Yes, PIF life.
Okay, pay in full. And so I wrote that on my piece of paper. Andrea, step into the person you want to become. Okay, step into the person you want to become, and so make your decisions not from where you are. Come on, somebody! I'm about to teach you a lesson. Okay? Put me in B flat. Okay, make decisions not from where you are right now. Make decisions and do things from the person that you want to be. So see, she did some queen stuff, but she said, listen, I don't need no payment plan. I'll pay in full, because that's what queens do.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? So the transaction. That's why I said what I said. That's why God said what he said. You know what I'm saying? Because transformation comes through a transaction. There is nothing. Let me tell y'all this, okay? I wrote this down. Don't bet on the horse, bet on the jockey.
Write that down in the comments. Put that in the comments.
Don't bet on the horse. Bet on the jockey. You the jockey. I'm just a horse. I could get you somewhere. I could definitely get you somewhere. But bet on yourself. That's why she said, I took the money, I invested in myself. So that's why I knew that transformation comes at the point of transaction, because it was your decision to do something different. It had nothing to do with me. I just happened to offer the transformation, right? I just happened to offer the container. I just happen to be the one that's scrolling Facebook. You scrolling Facebook today. You saw me live. You jumped on here. You're like, what the heck is this? And I'm saying to you, like, you're looking to go to a different, experience in life, you know what I'm saying, as it relates to money and receiving with ease and your business, everything like that. And I'm inviting you to ease. I'm inviting you to a place of ease. And I want to show you, teach you, help you to discover, oh my God, this was possible. This was possible for me. One of my teachers, he told me, in his book he wrote, he says, you did not learn how to ride a bike. Okay. You did not learn how to ride a bike. You learned, or you became aware of balance. Right? Because it's riding a bike, you become aware of balance, how to balance and stuff. And so you learn that there's a certain, a little bit of a movement to the right or to the left, it'll cause you to fall off the bike. So you learned how to manage yourself, how to manage the gravity or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, you learned how to balance. So it wasn't about learning how to ride a bike. You had to become aware of the balance, the gravity. You know what I'm saying? And so honestly, that's how money is. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't make no money. You become aware that there's money everywhere. It's like I'm legit sitting here and I have money all around me. You know what I'm saying? Because I have things I can exchange goods and services for. You become aware of the money. I was like, I have you guys, I have orders to ship out. I have like these, these earrings are going to Texas. These things sold out. I put these in my Facebook group. I didn't even put a website together. I put these in my Facebook group. They sold out, right? And so I became aware. I was like, Keysha, like, awareness. Okay, I got earrings and it started to things started to unfold. Then, help showed up and everything, you guys. I want you to become aware of where all the money is in your life right about now. And I want you to ask yourself, like, what am I unwilling to do? Because, like, many of you guys have lots of gifts, talents, and abilities that you were given, when you were born. And so there's some things that are like, just, they're legit, like, they don't cause you to have any sort of work to do them because you're just naturally good at them. And it's funny because I think Miss Stacia and I were talking, or somebody I was talking, and we were talking about superpowers. And I mentioned to her, she said, someone has mentioned to her about, that's like your superpower. And I wasn't Stacia, it was another friend. It was like, that's your superpower. And the person was saying, but you don't even see it. And I said, well, that makes sense because your superpower, you're so gifted at it. It comes so easily. You wouldn't think it's like, you were like, wow, that was easy. I didn't think it was like, you really needed any help with this. Right? Like, it's just easy. But that's the thing about a superpower. It's easy for you.
Right. It's easy for you to say.
Yeah, drop in the comments. Let's take some inspired action today. What's one thing that you could be selling right now? Like, you could be selling right now. But if we go back through the days, you know what I'm saying, where there's a belief system that you have that people won't pay you for that. Because that's back to the beliefs, right? There's usually something we probably just do naturally. It takes us no hard work to do it, right? Okay. It doesn't take us any hard work to do this, okay? And we just, it's easy for us to do. We can just do it. You know what I'm saying? Think about it. I want you guys to think about that for a moment. Andrea, I'm gonna bring you back up. Let me see if I can bring Andrea back up to the stream. And Angelica, if you have to go, I understand because I know you got baby Ava and stuff like that.
Yeah, I had to seal up everything else. You was gonna hear all that.
Maybe okay, so I can have look at that chocolate, y'all. Ooh! Yeah. Let me stop. Hey. Oh my God. Okay. Yes, honey. Okay. Yes, honey. So, anyways, some Queen's Court type stuff going on up in here. But yeah, Andrea, have you found that as well? I know with your business as well. Like, we talked about how you just had taken the hard route, which most of us do and stuff, but how you just there was some inspired action that you took in your business and was getting clients and all that kind of stuff. Let's talk about that. And we get ready to wrap
Yeah.
this up.
Okay. For me, like Angelica said, I can just buttress what she said, that, things just changed, because, you know, even though I teach chasing, from chasing to being cherished in love for relationship, but in my business, I was still chasing before receive with ease. See? So I would still chase clients, I would still, do this and do that. But with receive with ease, what one of the things that was powerful that I've learned is that power of meditation.
Hmm.
You taught us how to, be still. That is something that I don't know how to do. Okay. When they were giving it out in heaven, I was I was I went too quick, I wasn't paying attention. So you taught us to meditate, to be still. That is something that I learned from receive with ease, and I'm still doing it. And I realized that when I do that, when I stay in that place of meditation, I hear what to do.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah.
So a few weeks ago, I was just meditating. So I just sat in my bed and I was like, I do 10 minutes in the morning, sometimes 20 minutes. And that thing just came to me to that, oh, you have a master class sitting in the back, in my folder somewhere, called Like a Queen.
Mm.
I forgot it was there. And that morning I just felt like, you know what, I'm gonna put this out. So it didn't cost me anything to put it out because the work was already recorded. But I think I did it like 3 years ago. So, but that morning I just felt like I needed to put it out. I didn't realize that there were people who needed it, but it came to me that just put this out. I wasn't even talking about relationship in that week, but that was what came to me that morning during meditation. So I put the course out there, just a link. And then by the time I look left and right, I saw PayPal said, "You've been paid." So I was
Mm.
like, oh,
Mm.
okay. This is how this thing works. All right. So this is how I could have just not bothered because I wasn't in the energy of relationship that week. But it just came to me, but somebody needed it. So
Mm-hmm.
when we receive that inspired action, when we receive that what do you call it, an instinct to act on something, you want to move immediately. Otherwise,
Oh no, what
Oh,
happened?
oh, there she go.
You're back.
Okay,
I'm
you're
here.
back.
Yeah. So when you receive an inspiration or an instinct to act on something, you want to do it immediately, because if you don't do it immediately, your brain will tell you not to do it. And
Mm.
that is what I have learned with receive with ease. And even not just with bringing in clients, because sometimes I'm just sitting here and I'm just scrolling through my phone and something will just drop in my mind, say, send that person a message, and I'll just send them a message and then they come back in like two exchanges of messages, you know, I have been able to say to them, okay, maybe we can work together. And then boom, they become my client just by taking inspired action of sending a WhatsApp message. So for
Mm.
me, that is what one of the main things that receive it with this has done for me is that I don't have to chase clients. I don't have to run after them. If I can just be still, and take inspired action as it comes to me, it will be easy for me to sign people up.
Mm. I
And
like
yeah, and yeah, so and that has been my experience, because also there's this woman, Mel Robbins, who talks about the 5-second rule. And in
mm-hmm.
that book he says that hesitation is the kiss of death. That you
Ooh.
must not you might that if you hesitate for a second, you will not do that thing.
She said hesitation is the kiss of death.
Of death.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's so true. Because yeah, because it's interesting. I was talking about this on a call earlier with another company I do calls for, and I was saying about how your brain, it's like it's archaic. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's archaic. And so what happens is like when you're going to make a decision, like many of you all are probably like making a decision about getting involved with Receive with Ease, and right now you have alarms that are firing off, right? There's alarms that are firing off in your head and stuff. It's like, oh my God, so your brain is archaic. And so it has always been designed to keep you safe. So it wants you to, to reason and say like, no, don't do that. Right. And start to give you reasons why, because the same alarms that go off when you're making the decision to invest in a coach is the same alarms that go off when you're being chased by a lion. And so, because it doesn't know that like, oh, you're just making a decision about coaching, right? It's like, and so it's gonna basically try things to say, don't do that. Like, come off the edge. Like, come on back. Don't do that. No, that's gonna hurt. You don't want to do that. Remember the last time you invested in a coach, that stuff did not work. You did that and it was like a bomb. So don't do that. No. Keep your money. We're in a pandemic and you don't know what, they're sending out $1,400, but you need to protect that $1,400 because you don't know when you're going to get another $1,400. And oh my God, you have this is coming up and that. And so it just goes. And so by the time you get to you in that spiral, it's hard to get out of that one. And it'll take you into a spiral, and your life, you will look up 5 and 10 years from now, and you're still in the same spiral. You're still going in circles. You're still trying to figure out how to grow your business, right? Because you only invest in a coach because every time you go to invest in a coach and you get this whole big old thing that goes on. And that's why I keep saying this, and not because I need you to buy Receive with Ease. I don't. Because at the end of the day, I'm like, God, you on the hook for all this, okay? Like, you're on the hook for all of this, okay? So it does not matter to me. I really wish he would leave me alone about it, about Receive with Ease. I wish I could just disappear because I have some things I could do and just disappear. Like, legit. I do, okay? I have some other stuff I could be working on, okay? So I just be like, okay, God, so that's why this go round, those of you guys who get access, you're going to be in a live, I'm going to add a new module to Receive with Ease called Surrender. Surrender, okay? Module number 9 is going to be Surrender. And that's why, and so, yes, I'm like, okay, God, all right, I'm here. Okay, let's do this. And I'm going to teach you guys and share with you all how, like, just a lot of the stuff you even see right now with me, it is because I chose to surrender. I chose to surrender. And so that's going to be a new module we're going to be recording in this go round or whatever, you guys. I am so thank you for posting that, Angelica. You guys, listen, it's open for enrollment. Receive with Ease is open for enrollment. You can get your spot, you all. There is a payment plan. Angelica and them, unfortunately, they were able to go through the, what the heck is this thing going on? Angelica and them were able to get in when I had the a different payment plan, right? So hey, so I'm just gonna keep telling you, it's only gonna keep rising. So it's like the payments won't go cheaper, and you know what I'm saying? Like, it won't go on discount because of the call. I'm not calling for discounters. I'm calling for queens, and there's actually kings in here as well. So I want you guys to know that. Men, married men that are married. So so married men in there, single brothers. Okay, I'm saying like there are some men that have stepped up. So it's not some feminist program. That's not what it's about. No, these has nothing to do with your sexual orientation. That's not what it's about. Because there's plenty of men that are tired too. Let the truth be y'all on here now. And you're like, I'm so sick of this, you know what I'm saying? I'm so sick of this, all these demands and I had. And so there are some people that are like, hey, listen, I know there has to be a better way. I know there has to be a way of ease. You know what I'm saying? Because it's either I was telling my dad, I was like, either the finished work of Jesus, either he finished the work or you're gonna have to keep working. I mean, let's just make it straight. Let's make it straight. And my dad, he loves it. I be coming up, he'd be like, I don't know how you come up with this stuff. I said, but listen, I was like, but just think about it, Dad. Either you guys, this is what we say in church. The finished work of the cross. The finished work of the cross. I said, well, either Jesus finished the work, I'm gonna keep working. Somebody make it make sense. Make it make sense. Okay? So I was like, listen, because we were talking about, this is hilarious because if you're a pastor on here, I want you to hear me good, okay? This is legit what happened. We were feeling so bad about when I came up in church, there was like these soul winning, there was a soul winners club, right? And so people who had won souls, they're like, oh my God, like we won so many souls. This, I done brought 25 souls of Christ. And you know what I'm saying? And so I was talking to Kathy and stuff. We were talking about that. She was like, but Paul says some were evangelists and some were this and some were that. She was like, so maybe everybody didn't call to win souls. I was like, you know what? I legit feel bad, I mean, I had let it go, but I was like, I remember, some people were like, oh, when I get to heaven, I'm going to have so many crowns, so many things in my crown because I won all these souls for the kingdom and da-da-da. I was like, y'all still want us to work. You still want me to work. It's not good enough. I now have to work so I can get a crown. I can get jewels in a crown when I get to heaven. Like, where do we stop? Like, now I feel bad because I didn't win no souls.
And my crown might be crooked.
Oh my God, my jaws. Oh yeah.
You guys get what I'm saying? I'm just a part of my life where I'm like, you guys have to listen to what you're saying. You have to think about things, right? So Robin says, we're not called to win. And so I told my dad, I said, Dad, so listen to this. I said, what if this is how this really goes? Okay. So you meet someone and you just share with them your experience with, they ask you about your life or something. You share with them your experience of Jesus or whatever. Or you don't. If you don't, you don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, and so I was like, maybe that's, and so you just kind of share with them, about, what happened to you. And then you let them decide if they're interested in learning more and stuff. But this is seriously how we were talking. I said, but I was like, Christians are the only people that's out passing out tracts besides the Jehovah's Witnesses. Like, they're always trying to convince somebody to go against their own will. And a man or woman convinced against his will is of the same opinion still. So why can't you? Okay, anyway. This is another day. But this is the thing I think about. The Buddhists are not out there passing out tracts. Where do you see a Buddhist passing out tracts? They don't. The Muslims are selling the final call. That's all. You can either buy the final call, you don't have to buy it. But they're not out there passing out tracts trying to convince you that their way is the only way. I'm just saying, y'all. Listen, let's just go to something else. I just want you to think, okay? I'm just calling people to think. That's all I want you to do. I want you to think. I want you to ask questions. I want you to stop, being in this judgmental, mindset where you're constantly, now you're working for the Lord. You're working for the love of God. That was my point. Okay, so let me get back to my point. My point was that we're taught to work. Everything has to be, I have to work for the love of God. I have to work for Jesus. I have to work for my job. I have to work for the love of my husband. I have to work for the love of my wife. I got to work for the love of my kids. I got to work. And it creates songs about it. When we start to sing about it, I got to work. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, no. I'm tired. People are tired. People are or he wasn't. Either he did the work or I got to continue working. Now y'all just
That's true.
receive with these Bible studies in session, okay?
Bring your church fan. Bring your church fan.
You let me know what we got to do here, because I don't understand why I got to keep doing all this work and y'all said he done the work. Okay. So amen.
Amen.
Amen again.
All right, so we're gonna get so listen, y'all. Jane, welcome to Receive with Ease. Jane, y'all give Jane a hug, okay?
Hey.
Get ready, girl, because this is crazy, just like this all the time. Okay, if y'all can't take this, this is legit how it goes down. If y'all can't take this, I'm telling you, you don't want to be with me, because I'm gonna make you think about it. You got to come. You got to bring me some. You got to bring me some answers. But I'm not here to what I'm saying. I just want to lift up. I just want to lift up. I mean, that's the only thing that I want to do, because people have been so beat down so many years. And I'm like, you know what, God, let me just be the light. Let me just help to, raise up the consciousness of, the collective of the folks, what I'm saying? Let me be a light. And I told my dad, now this is legit, y'all. I said to my dad, now Dad, isn't that good news? I just gave you permit. I just released you from work. Here it is that you've gone through an institution and you're feeling bad that you didn't do work. You're feeling bad that you didn't do work. And I just share something with you to help you say, you know what? Let me rest in the fact that I just chose to believe. Can I just rest in the fact that I chose to believe? And then I rest in the fact that my life has changed. And because my life has changed, my children's lives were changed, right? Can I just rest in that? Or do I have to continue to work to prove something to somebody? When God is saying, hey, I did all the work. I did it all. I did all the work, y'all. So I love you guys. And this is the only time I've been here for almost an hour and a half, because I'm so passionate about what I get to do in this earth. And, as much as some days I'd be like, whew, God, are you sure? Are you sure? What's up? Are you serious? But hey, someone else just made a decision to enter into this community, this cohort, right, and stuff. So we would love to have you. Those of you that pay in full, there is a 1-hour coaching session I'm offering for us to get on to, and I want to talk about your business. Quite honestly, if you're a business owner, I definitely want to talk about your path to 10K a month with ease. Okay. It doesn't have to be hard. It really, really doesn't have to be hard. Right. And so I want to, my business coaching, I want to bring to those of y'all, because Receive with Ease is it's like I said, it's not a program or a course. It's a way of life. And so now that you have bought into and invested in yourself in this way of ease, I now want to spend some time and see where are you. And, I don't care. You can be a stay-at-home mom. It's like, girl, let me tell you, I know there are gifts inside of you. I know there are, right? Business owner, you could even work a job, right? That doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. Ease is for all. Ease is for all. That's the way it goes. That's the way it gets to go down. So it's not a business course where, if you're a business owner, if you're interested in business coaching, then you want to reach out to me. Definitely. I can let you know about coaching with me one-on-one, help you with your business and all that good stuff. I normally have 2 clients a month, and that's about all I want to be talking to. Okay. So, because I have a jewelry shop right now, and I'm trying to go to California tonight. I'm trying to go to California tonight and go to the garment district or whatever. So I was just looking at plane tickets to go to California. No, I'm kidding you. I was like, I'm getting ready to hit payment on this button, and I'll be in California tonight. So that's the way it goes. I got a light box yesterday and stuff. And so, I just say, if it don't bring you joy, just let it go.
That's right.
Just get to a point where you're okay with and understand that nothing, So anyways, y'all, listen, I love you guys. I'm gonna let y'all go. It's been an hour and a half. This has been amazing. So as I said, we will be closing the doors on Sunday night. All right. So you have until Sunday night to get into the container of receive with ease. All right. 90 days to work together. We're going to rewrite your money story. All right. Rewriting your money story. So you become a magnet for more money, more love, more ideas, more everything. Okay. Eliminate blocks to receiving. Some people don't even realize they have blocks to receiving. So we'll do that. Uncover blind spots so you can receive more. Help you write a vision of the life you want and the exact way you want it. The tools you need to create a life and manifest $20,000 to $30,000 a month while sleeping in to 9 a.m. or later. I like how we do that. Right? I forgot we had that on there because I'm like, I legit sleep to like 8 o'clock or something. Like, man, it's bad. Unless I get up and trade Forex. Okay. So you guys know I do trade Forex and I'm like, I get up for that. So Angelica knows about my trading Forex. Okay. So you guys can go over to the link. We put it in the comments or whatever, that link or whatever. You'll see all the testimonials. You'll see what's included. You'll see some of the previous students that came through, some of the experiences that they had and stuff. You'll see that all on the page. It's open for men or women. All right. So you can be a man as well. So don't think, brothers, that it's not for you. If you're a man, as I said, and you're like, listen, all right, I won't end, then I haven't closed the doors to brothers just yet, you know. And when I say brothers, I mean saying different colors. Okay, so just so y'all know. So the doors are open. We close on Sunday night around about midnight Eastern Standard Time is when we'll be closing down, working with the new students from this actual one. And you guys, it is going to be electric. And I'm super excited. All right. So I love you guys. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. The recordings will be up as well. These recordings will go into the back office for the new students. I will also have I have a video assistant, so I'll have them do some cutting and cut out some of some breaks in it, so y'all won't have to watch the church service as well as everything else. So I love you guys. We'll see you guys next time. All right. So listen, I'll see y'all in the Facebook group. I'll be doing some amazing things down in the Purpose Penthouse. So the conversations that we've been having today with Andrea, Angelica, I have so many other students or whatever. The conversations we're having, we'll be having more of these inside that Facebook group. So go on over to join the Purpose Penthouse for Purpose for Women Entrepreneurs. Join us in there. We'll be getting the training schedule for y'all. And I love y'all. And I'm about to go to Chipotle. No, I'm just kidding. Not today. Until next time, I want you guys to be seen. And y'all don't go nowhere, Angelica and Andrea. I want you guys to be seen. I definitely want y'all to be heard. Okay. But most importantly, I want you all to go and get paid on purpose. We'll see y'all next time. This is Decoding Money. Decoding Money with Keysha LaShawn. Love y'all. Bye. Bye.